and now I'm living in correctional facilities, cause some don't agree with how I do this. I get straight and meditate like a Buddhist.
But what is going on, guys? It's MeGotThatPower, and I'm doing something special for you today, viewer. Yeah, I'm doing a Modern Warfare 3 Class Setup video. I wanted to do one of these for a while, but you know, never got around to it. Same as everything else. It's like that live com. And I have something to say actually about yesterday's video, the live com. Throughout, I kept saying your com. I don't know why, because live com sounds nothing like dual com, or yeah, the other way around. Dual com sounds nothing like live com, so I don't know what the hell brought that into my head. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing a class setup video for you guys today. Alright, let's get into it. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It might be 5 minutes, it might be 10 minutes. But yeah, alright, here we go. It's the first class. It's called Distance. So obviously from the name you know that this class was made to you know, to shoot at long distances. And in this, you know, in the primary weapon slot, I'm using the ACR 6.8 with red dot sight and impact. Now the ACR is an assault rifle. It does fire quite a distance anyway without red dot sight. It doesn't. The red dot sight does not affect the distance. It just lets you aim further away, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's that. Impact also gives it that extra power. We got that power. So yeah, that's pretty cool. In the secondary, I've gone a bit newbie. I'm using the FMG9 akimbo or do-wield, whatever you want to say. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool weapon. If you're in a tight situation, then it'll get you out of it. But at long distances, they can still kill someone at a long distance. They just take longer and they're not as effective. But still, fairly cool secondary to use. In the lethal slot, I have the Semtex, basically because I know it doesn't. You can't throw it as far as a frag, but you know it's good to stick to someone or stick to a wall if you're trying to kill someone. Plus, if you're trying to get out of a situation pretty quickly, you're not going to be able to do that with a frag because you've got to cook it or wait for it to explode, which could take a while. So yeah, that's why I use Semtex. In the tactical slot, I use concussion grenade because I don't like the flash, since if I'm there as well I can't see where I'm shooting. And concussion also, you know, I don't know, I just prefer to use concussion to flash. I just find it better, so I decided to use that. Oh, and by the way, I think the secondary, the lethal and tactical are the same for most of my classes, so you know, I've said that out the way. So for perk 1, 2 and 3 and the strike package. Alright, so for perk 1 I use Scavenger Pro, basically because Scavenger, if you know what Scavenger does, if you shoot, you lose bullets obviously, but if you pick up a Scavenger pack from someone who's been killed, you know, it could be a teammate or an enemy team, it replenishes your ammo. But if you've got Scavenger Pro, instead of giving you 60 to 80 bullets to start off with, you get 180 or 270 if you use an extended mags. So that's actually really cool. It gives you a lot more ammo to waste if you spray as much as me or hip fire as much as me. So yeah, that's still pretty cool. Yeah, for the second perk slot, I've gone a bit newbie again. I use Hardline Pro, basically because if I want to get UAV, or in this case sleight of hand, if I use hardline, I don't have to reload without sleight of hand once, so that's pretty cool. That is literally the only reason I use hardline. But like I say, I'll get more into detail with that. Steady Aim Pro, once again, a bit newbie, but if I'm hip firing at someone, I don't want to be spraying everywhere, wasting a shitload of ammo. I just want to get in there, hip fire, hit them, no hit markers, and get the fuck back out of there, because there's going to be someone else waiting. So I can always hip fire both of those guys, or hip fire one then aim at the last minute. So yeah, and also Steady Aim Pro, weapon is ready faster after sprinting. So if I'm sprinting, I just want to quickly lock onto a person. That's what I do with Steady Aim Pro. Now for the strike package, I do use Specialist. I don't use anything else but Specialist. Specialist is pretty cool. So if I've got Hardline Pro on, or Hardline, you can use either. It doesn't really matter. You don't need Hardline Pro for this. If I've got Sleight of Hand in the first slot for Specialist, if I get 1 kill, I reload. I can reload his Sleight of Hand Pro straight away. But if I haven't got Hardline on, I get a kill. You know, if I've used quite a lot of ammo from that magazine, I have to reload normally. But like I say, if I've got Hardline on, I'll get that 1 kill, I can reload normally. For the second slot, I use Assassin Pro, or just Assassin. I don't know if I've got Assassin Pro yet, but yeah, it's just Assassin. Assassin keeps you away from people on the radar, so if they've got UAV up, they can't see you if you've got Assassin on, which I wouldn't use in my actual second perk slot. I only use it on Specialist to take up space. Same as Dead Silence Pro, which people can't hear you if you're using Dead Silence or Dead Silence Pro. That is the only reason I use those, is to fill up the Specialist slots. I wouldn't use them normally. Second class is called Mess Around. I don't know why it's called that, to be honest, because it's not a mess around. This is actually a pretty decent weapon. I used it to start off with in the live com yesterday, and you know, in 1 mag I'd already killed 2 people without reloading, so that's pretty cool. It is the MP7 with red dot sight. This isn't what I'd normally use, since I've only just unlocked the MP7. So like I say, this is on PS3. On Xbox I'd use something completely different. On this MP7 I would usually use suppressor or silencer and rapid fire, mainly because if you're using rapid fire on its own, you know, it's jerky, but it's still powerful, but you also show up on the radar. But if you're using silencer or suppressor, you don't, and it also remains the same power as without suppressor, because you've got rapid fire on. So like I say, it does work. It's an amazing setup, and I do love that gun. Everything else is the same. For perk slot, for my third weapon class, I use UMP45 and rapid fire with the range proficiency, because, you know, because I've got steady aim pro on, you don't need to aim down the sights at all if you're getting close into the enemy's region of the map, which is pretty cool. I do enjoy getting into the enemy's region of the map, because that's where most of the kills are at. Where them kills at? Yeah, I'm not going to sing, don't worry about that. Yeah, so like I say, I like to hip fire. Also, if you're spraying and you don't hit on target every time, you've also got scavenger, which can, you know, you can replenish your ammo that you've wasted, which is pretty cool. That's the only reason I use that. Next class, I use the Scar L with silencer or suppressor and impact proficiency, because with silencer and with impact, it's like using the gun without silencer or suppressor, so it still remains the same power, but you don't show up on the radar. Everything else is the same. For the next weapon class, I use the G36C or G36C, whichever you want to say, with silencer or suppressor and impact proficiency for pretty much the same reason. You know, it's an amazing weapon. You don't need red dot sight, because the rate of fire on this weapon is so strong or powerful. You actually don't need you're not aiming down the sights for that long, and if you hit fire, then it's even more powerful. So yeah, like I say, it's a really good weapon, and that is the only reason I use scavenger and steady aim, so I can hit fire, same as the silencer and impact proficiency. My next weapons class, one that I don't use quite a lot, it's got a pretty cool name. It's called the Grizz. If you don't know who Grizz is, you know, start googling. He's one of YouTuber's best quickscopers or trick shotters, whatever you want to say. He's actually really cool. Okay, so I'm using the MSR with no attachments because I haven't unlocked them yet. But when I do, I'd use impact, and then when I've unlocked a bit stability, I'd probably use that. And then I would actually use the extended mags or variable zoom. Or if I use attachments, I could then use extended mags and variable zoom at the same time. But yeah, it's a really good weapon, you know. With Quick Draw Pro, there's literally no way you can miss if you're quick scoping. But I'm not a quick scoper, so if I am going to use the sniper, I am going to snipe. I'm going to hold my breath. I'm going to noob it out. In the secondary slot, I'm using the USP45 with no attachments, and when I unlock the tactical knife I'll be using that and trying to get some only use me blade clips. No, I'm joking, I don't really use only use me blade clips. I don't even use my knife, to be honest. In my lethal, I'm using the throwing knife for one reason. Throw a knife across the map. I know it's luck and it's not skill, but it's just when you get a throwing knife or tomahawk across the map, it's just a satisfying feeling, in my opinion. In weapon slot, perk slot 1, I'm using Sleight of Hand Pro so that I can reload very quickly if I'm not hitting on target when I'm quick scoping or sniping, because if you're sniping and you miss the first shot and you want to reload, you really don't want to have to reload quite slowly. So if you can reload quite quickly, then hopefully the person you're aiming at won't have run too far away. I'm also using Quick Draw Pro so that I can recover from equipment and grenade usage quicker. So that way, if I am throwing a stun round the corner or concussion round the corner, I can then jump in and either spray with my USP-45 or quick scope the living shit out of them. And I'm also using Marksman, because if I am sniping at a distance and I can't see the person, I'll then see their name, hopefully, if they're out in the clear, and that way I can get an easy kill. Now for the strike package, I'm being newbie here again, and I'm using support, because I don't go on massive kill streaks with snipers because I'm not a sniper. So basically I'm using UAV because it's really easy to get straight off the bat. At 4 kills, I actually forgot it, 4 kills to be honest. Then at 12 I'm using advanced UAV because I want to know where people are, and at 18 I'm using EMP, so that, you know, EMP is pretty useful. It's really useful. A lot of people don't know how useful it is, so that's why I use it. But as you can see, my MSR is only level 2 and my USP-45 is only level 1. So I don't really use this class a lot, so I don't use support a lot. So, you know, if you're playing with me, you don't need to worry about me being newbie and using support on your ass. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is MeGotThatPower, and if you like what you saw today, you could go ahead and subscribe. You can also like this video and you can also add it to favourites, but I'm not telling you to do that. If you feel like doing any of those, feel free. And yeah, I might do another live com soon, since I thought that last one yesterday was quite funny, to be honest. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been MeGotThatPower, and I'll see you next time I do a video. One last thing guys, can you do me a massive favour and check out the channel We Are FSG? I'll put a link in the description. They're a good clan. They have a load of intros up, and they've got a really good gameplay up at the minute with the Scarrel. Right, if you could do that for me guys, that would do me a favour and them a favour. Thanks a lot. And also, a shout out to my friend Lewis Poole, if you're listening. There we go. I'll see you later guys.